Hello, everyone. Welcome to the First Lady Point of View show. I'm your host, the First Lady Felicia K. This is where you can expect culture, music, news, reviews, fashion, and exclusive interviews. So stick around after the break. We got an iconic interview coming up for you all, and I promise you don't want to miss it. So go do whatever it is you got to do and tap back in.
It's the First Lady Point of View. First Lady Point of View. You tuned in. It's the First Lady Point of View.
Welcome back to the show. And as I promised, we got somebody that I consider an icon. And if you're from anywhere, I'm not going to even say just Sacramento. I'm going to say, you know what? He international. We're going to say it like that, all right? And when I introduce him, you're going to understand why I say that. All right, we got none other than Mr. Clifford McDowell in the building tonight. And, you know, I'm excited about that. How you doing, Clifford?
Great. I'm excited for being here. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for reaching out. I was surprised, but I'm honored at the same time that I'm like, oh, he want to be on my show. That's what's up. And I want to shout out Von Griggs for that, because I had already heard that you were, you reached out to me first. I think either you or your daughter might have reached out. Yeah. But Von is a good friend of mine and a friend of the show. Yeah. He said, he spoke highly. He said, I need you to go look him up. He wanted to be on your show. I said, I'm already trying to put it together, so great minds think alike. So I'm happy that you took time out to come and talk to me about your book. But before we get into that, I want you to introduce your guest, Marquis. You tell everybody who he is and what part he plays in your dynamic.
He plays a lot. This is Marquis. He's everything. He's the author himself. He got a clothing line. He's an entrepreneur. He's he's a podcast. He's a coach, a trainer, and definitely a mentor.
Okay.
Definitely a mentor.
And that's y'all dynamic, is the mentee and the mentor.
Yes.
You're helping him get his bearings in this new normal.
Showing him how to move correctly and trying to change things to make him better. And, coming from where he come from, it's not that he may not know. Sometimes we just gotta push him a little harder and tell them the things that they know, but enforce it on them. You can't have yes men around you. You gotta have people around you that's gonna say, no, big bro, that ain't it.
Right.
And vice versa.
Okay. Well, let's get right into it. First of all, congratulations on your book.
Thank you.
I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, nobody could.
You know what? I was like, and I kept seeing everybody was posting it. Yeah. I'm thinking, he wrote a book? Wait a minute. Look at me going over to Amazon. I'm like, he really got a book.
Yeah, I was pushed to it.
Go ahead and pull that up. Show everybody to cover that real quick. Yeah. The name of the book is They Gon' Hate, right? Okay. So let's get into it. Let's talk about it. He'll put it up on the screen again as well. You could. Okay. I want to get into that. I want you to tell me a little bit about where you're from, first off. There you go. I want you to tell everybody where you're from.
Sacramento, Oak Park, California.
Okay. That's what's up. I love that. I love how everybody that's from Sacramento, when they on the show, they say Sacramento, the hood, California, because that's important, right?
Right.
It matters. Yeah, we put it on the map. I'm here for it. And what made you decide to write the book?
Honestly, I was in federal penitentiary. I used to call a lot, be on the computer, texting and stuff. And one day, I was talking to my mom, and she, I'm always going back and forth. She said, "You just need to write a book, Clifford." Yeah. And it registered in my head, and I really went and did it after she told me that. My mom was the first one that told me that.
See, mothers know best.
Yeah, she really told me that.
Yeah, because it's moving.
Yeah.
And I'm just proud of you, and I get to put this one down for the books that I got to sit down with you and be one of the first exclusives that's on television. We global, baby. We're moving it. I'm here for it. What the title? What inspired the title?
Autobiography.
They Gon' Hate. Yeah.
That was my clothing line back in the day.
Okay.
They Gon' Hate. They Gon' Hate. When I did the Farm Boys, Keep Sneaking the Farm Boys.
Yeah.
Me, Raymond, and Damu, we put out the first Farm Boys album.
Okay.
And I'm real tight with them in the Heights.
Okay.
And then that was it. They Gon' Hate. That was my idea. The name of the label. They Gon' Hate.
I like the book. I like my daughter, and that's a whole different generation because your daughter, they're about the same age, and she was saying about your cover. She was all like, "Ma, his cover hard." I was all like, "Yeah." So that's a good one, and I like the way you did that because people definitely want to read it. They'll be like, "Let me see what he's talking about in here." So what can people expect in the book?
I get a credit to Mac Block because he the one that did the picture and the cover of the book.
He did some work for me too.
Yeah, Mac Block, yes, my guy. respecting the book is the truth. You know what I mean? The life story of me, because like that's the only thing I know is to write real stuff.
Yeah.
Because you're trying to write a real book, a nonfiction, it'll probably have my brain going crazy.
Yeah. Stick to what you know.
So I had to stick to what I know. Like my mom told me, just write a book.
Yeah.
You know, about the truth. You know,
Yeah,
like
the truth,
juvenile
you
hall,
don't got to think about it. It don't change, right?
Juvenile hall, you know, going in and out of jail. Like I said, I had both sides of the family real tough. But, you know, I choose the streets. Like everybody grew up being a follower.
Yeah.
You know
I like that. I'm happy you touched on that. That's kind of been, just accidentally, my season 1 ended up being, it's been a lot of stories where the everybody overcame something, right? And I'm honored that I ended up being the person to be able to put you all in a position to do that. That wasn't the way this started out, but God knows how things need to go. Yes. He knows whose voices need to be heard at what time. And I just recently did a post where I said, if I'm on, we all own. And that was out of what this is starting to turn into.
Right, correct.
And I'm honored to be able to do that, because when you said that, like I said, that's been a tone with a lot of people that's been on the show, almost everybody, probably except 2 guests. Right. It was a story, it was a backstory where it was this turn, like, and everybody needs to know that not everybody that make wrong choices are from bad home situations.
Right.
We all came from good upbringing.
And I did.
And I love hearing that, because I did too. You did, Marv did, we all did, and I want people to know that side. It's not always because of environmental or whatever. It's sometimes it's just choice. Yeah. And like you said, you wanted to be in the loop. Yeah. And so that's what you did.
And then I always hung around older people. Yeah. You know, I was just like the youngest of everybody. But the message of the book is at the end, like, people can hang with who you want to. Like me growing up, I hung around every hood in Sacramento. But in the beginning, everybody's be mad about me. You know, you mess with them dudes, mess with that dude. But I never cared one or out the other, because I always been Clifford. You know, I hang the Heights real tough, the View real tough, the Creek real tough, Twin High Street real tough. And it's always been different. But I'm like the people I grew up with, from football, baseball, and basketball, I'm still cool with them. Yeah. And like the new generation, they can grow up playing football together, but they be shooting at each other in a few years. Yeah. So I'm still cool with everybody I grew up with. From Vikings to the Raiders, to the Saints, to the Steelers. We all still cool. Yeah.
See, that's a good thing, because you gonna get grown, right? They don't take that. Well, that's the goal, is we want to live to be older. Right. And what happens if you can't move around nowhere, and you in your 40s and 50s, and you still looking over your shoulder? That's sad. You don't want to live like that. I want you to talk to me. We got this here on the screen right now. It's All In Together, and that's on your shirt. Yeah. Tell us a little bit about that. What is that exactly?
All Together, me and my partner Seth from Meadowview. He's from Meadowview. I'm from Oak Park, like basically in the book. Meadowview and Oak Park. We together. And he came up with the name All In Together. Okay. And then I ran with it. Just like I came up with They Gon' Hate, and everybody ran with that. That's in our circle. Yeah. So he's supposed to be here tonight, but like I said, things happen, but we came up All Together for All In Together, like how we talking about.
We'll get y'all back on season 2, and we'll highlight All In Together.
All hoods together. Okay. All Sacramento together. Cause we vicious if everybody stick together. And like, you know, it's weird because people tell you nowadays who you can take a picture with, who you can kick with. And it's sad. Yeah. Anybody in their 40s, even their 30s.
We shouldn't even be thinking about that at our age, right?
Right. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just different. All that's in the book. I got the name from 29th Street. People read this book, they're like, God dang, Clifford really dealt with all these people? Yeah, he did. And if the young generation see what I've been through, and I dealt with the young generation. Like, I get hugs from every hood, kids that I didn't even know I coached, they remember me. You coached me.
You're an icon now.
Yeah, I'm saying.
Like, real talk. But that, that's the flip side of it. Is in the end, when you on that type of status, right? When you become iconic in your hood, people gotta understand what come with that is responsibility. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Definitely. So, and it's all what you do with it. And if you live long enough to be able to do exactly what you're doing right now, that's a good look. That's admirable.
And then another thing, like, you got people that's gonna hate. You got people that's gonna salute you. Yeah. A real friend's gonna salute you for your change. Yeah. A real friend is, and they're not gonna say nothing about it. Right. Who wants to hang with 10 or 15 dudes every day?
Yeah. Hello.
You know what I'm saying? You got your kids. You got kids. You got grandkids. You got everything now. So you have to make a change. Yeah. And I realized that, like, okay, I did 7 years in the feds, but I said, when I get out this time, I'm changing. Yeah. No matter what, I still got a young kid that's still a kid. Yeah. All my other kids are grown up. So I said, I know how to do it now.
So when you did the 7 years, was that like your longest stretch at one time?
Yeah, the feds.
You just kind of was here and there, in and out, you said, but then the feds, that 7 years was like a long time. Yeah.
It's different.
It's different.
Compared to the state, real different.
Yeah. So what would you say, what's the biggest difference to you?
It's more serious, you get more time, and it's strict.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You get away with a lot in the state.
Yeah.
You ain't getting away with the feds.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you walk off the bus, your paperwork ain't good, you're in trouble.
Yeah.
If you telling, you're in trouble. Everything about the feds is different. You got to be A1. Okay. They're gonna find out, no matter wherever you go across the world, they're gonna find out who you are.
Yeah.
Because you people at a table like this, one person walking the door, he might bust a U-turn because he's seen you. Yeah. State, they play favoritism sometimes. Some people get away with it. Feds, you ain't getting away with it.
Yeah.
The paperwork got to be A1.
Yeah. So, what would you like to see as far as, you said that you get along with all the neighborhoods, right? And that's a good look. And Meadowview and Oak Park, we got this twisted little thing. It's like love-hate, right?
Yeah.
We love each other. We get along with each other, but we also have always had this rivalry too. All my uncles and aunts is from Oak Park, and then our generation, me and my sisters and my cousins, we all from Meadowview.
Right.
So it's kind of like how you navigate that, but
I can answer that.
Yeah, that's easy. It's easier said than done. That's where I was going with the question. How do you navigate that? How do we navigate that?
What I did is, I was the youngest one that ever did this, and the whole Sacramento know this. I hooked up a football game with Meadowview. We had Meadowview and Oak Park football games back in the day.
I know, I used to be there.
But when that's when it was cool. But then when it dead it for a minute and came back, I hooked up a game against Meadowview. Then we played the Heights, and all the people in the P was like, man, we ain't playing them. We don't get along with them, Cliff, you tripping. I said, let's play them. We had one game at Johnson, both sidelines full to the T, guns everywhere. The game went perfect. And I did that by myself. When I first went out there to get flyers out, the dudes grabbed the flyers, wrapped it up. Me and Curdy went out there and Brian Smith, now get up out the Heights. But we just laughed and drove off because I had so much love in Heights, this period. But we had that one game, and we started going to clubs together, parties together, kicking, having a ball. And everybody was trimming at first like this. You did that by yourself.
Too, man.
Yeah, and then like same with Meadowview. We had football games against Meadowview and Oak Park. I was hooking up all the games by myself, just Detroit, G Parkway. We played everybody. But that was my thing of what you brought up. To see how cool people is. You guys don't like him because he don't.
Yeah.
Once you find out why you don't like him.
Yeah, and then sometimes that's something you learn with age.
Yes.
Because I'm going to tell you something.
Right.
Growing up,
Correct.
People would have me like, oh, your homegirl don't like so-and-so, so you automatically don't like her either. Then you find out, well, why we don't like her? Oh, because she was messing with so-and-so. Girl, you don't even need to be messing with so-and-so. Right. You know, that type of stuff. Sometimes it be like something so simple that you might not even feel is relevant. And the person that you not liking with somebody might end up being a valuable tool to your growth, your success. Might end up being one of your best friends later on. A person that I grew up not liking by chance, that because somebody else didn't like her, to this day is one of my best friends. We was at each other's childbirth. She was in my wedding. Mm-hmm. So you got to really watch that.
You know, it's so crazy because like every hood, I got saved by when I was really active gang member.
See?
Because
you had somebody there that had your back.
From the 29th Street to the Meadowview to the Heights, everybody. I got saved a few times. When people like, you ain't gonna touch little Clifford.
Yeah.
And they homies like, what? He from woo woo. But that's why I tell kids now, like I tell my son, you're not a gang member.
Yeah.
I want you to go to different schools, play for different teams, and get to know everybody because you never know that one dude gonna save you later on down the life. Like when I was in the branch one time, this dude I played football with, he was a Crip. Got off the bus. They just finna get him. Like, nah, if they get him, I gotta look at his mom, his dad, everybody, because I grew up with this dude. And I walked him to the fishbowl, and the homies respected it. They like, I understand, we feel you, but I said, this guy ain't did nothing to y'all though.
Yeah. Why
do you guys always get mad at the people that ain't did nothing? Get mad at the person that did something to you.
Yeah, it's a trip. Man, you know what? Y'all, every time we got these good guests on, it be going by quick. It's time for our first break, man, but I promise we'll be back with some more dialogue. See what happens when you got bosses at one table. We'll be right back after this. Stick around, don't go nowhere. Welcome back to the show, everyone. And in case you missed it, you missed a treat. We got none other than legendary Clifford McDowell in the building today, and we're talking about his new book, they gonna hate. And we also talking about life lessons, man, and the value in being good in every hood in the end, because you will grow up. So let's get right back into it. We was talking a little bit about on the break about how you managed to be good with two individuals that were from the opposite side of the spectrum.
Right.
And by you being that person that knew how to be cool with everybody, you actually made two people that would have been rivals get along just for the sake of they dialoguing with you, they cool with you, so they'll respect that and be cool with each other. Is that a heavy load?
No.
Or is you comfortable in that lane?
I was comfortable. I was comfortable because I always been me.
Okay.
Like, I was like 15, 14 going to Rancho Royals, and I always had an old soul. Everybody could got an old soul. But then I went to NYSP too, National Youth Sports Cream. Like I said, both sides of my family was great. I choose to do that. Like I said, I was in all the sports, met a lot of people, good people. When I grew up, man, they still my friends. Like I said, the Heights was like our worst more than Meadowview, anybody.
Yeah.
But then when we started going there, I had so much fun out there. Then everybody talked about me. Oh, okay, you going to Heights? Are you going to Heights today? Let me ride with you. You just talked about me yesterday about going out there, and they see how you, like I said, we've been followers all our life.
Yeah.
And people got pride and ego issues.
Yeah.
You don't have no reason not to like these people, man. They do something to you. I know we grew up in the gang era, but sometimes you gotta just look at yourself and wake up in the bed, look in the sky and be like, is this really what I want to do?
Yeah.
Is it time for change? I got this kid, my mom and dad here, got grandma, got grandkids. When you get a certain age, you got to fall back.
It's a lot of work.
You got to fall back.
You watching over your shoulder and stuff all the time. It's worse.
And another thing, you can't always blame the kids. You got to blame parents too.
Yeah.
If you got a kid that's 13, 14, 15, they still in school.
Yeah.
Go through their phone sometime, watch them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like this era,
follow
they
them in the
be
car
on the it's like the iPad.
Phone is everything.
Yeah. Let me bounce you a little bit on that because I know you do mentorships and things of that nature, right, Marquis? Okay, tell me a little bit about what you feel about that. Do you feel like that is kind of being a part of why it's so much different nowadays with the activity? Because like I was saying earlier, the violence, it was a little bit more sneak attack when we was growing up. Now they wide open, broad
They don't
day.
care.
They'll knock you down.
You put that on the nose. That's what
I have a 16-year-old daughter I've been raising since she was 6 months. So I know what to expect because I have older brothers, younger sisters. So me being a father, me and my daughter are close, but let me see your phone. But I have candid conversations with my daughter, which meaning I don't hide anything from my daughter because again, nowadays, social media, they're able to see everything. So I need to be ahead. And even with the youth sports, what we do, it's like you said, the parents, you have to get the parents to come together. I told the parents, I need y'all to work with me. I can't tell your son to go out here and run, but y'all got to tell him 10 times to take out the garbage. That doesn't work with me.
Ooh.
So what we got to do is work together.
And
I start getting the feedback from it, like from us being able to have dialogue with the parents and me being able to contact the schools. I have teachers that call me all day, every day right now, and football is over for us. But it's the rapport I built with my kids. Like I tell them, you guys, we've been through it. I came from Oakland, got my daughter to make it better for me. I got out here and first thing I wanted to do is mentor, but I wanted to do it in a way where the kids are accountable, but the parents are too. I tell them, hey, while your dad's sitting at home watching football, ask him for help for homework. Stop being afraid. Yeah. And when he tell you, oh, I'm watching the game, that's when you say, Dad, no disrespect, but I need help with my homework.
Yeah.
Make them accountable. And it's not doing it in a disrespectful way. But again, you can tell your father, I want some Jordans, they're gonna go to the mall and get them.
Yeah.
So why you can't ask them for help? You don't want to. So again, just holding kids accountable a little more and also working with the parents.
Yeah.
And any kid I see, I'm going to let them know you're doing wrong.
Yeah.
This is why I don't have a lot of friends, as I tell him, is that I'm gonna hold my friends accountable.
They don't want that.
They don't want that, right.
So it's limited edition.
Right. And some of you guys said, I think you can get these different neighborhoods to come together is start having father dances. We all know each other. That way when your kids see him at the thing, he might be from the Heights, he might be from Oak Park, but we was at the father dance. That's one less incident.
Yeah, the father-daughter dance or the father-son dance.
The father and son dance, because that's where, even though we have some of these young ladies, but the father and son dance.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I never heard of the father-son, because that's like, it's layers to that. That's genius, because now you're teaching them how to tie a tie, put on the bow tie, make sure your lapel, all that, get that together. It's a whole, it's a whole learning experience, the whole process of even getting geared up to go to that. Yes. And then how you carry yourself when you get there as a gentleman. You stand up straight, you make eye contact. Right. Don't look down, don't look at your feet. You know, speak from your chest.
That part.
Don't seem scared. You know, it's not about fear of somebody being physical, but about being powerful in what I'm about to get at you about. You go and respect it. Right. You know, and when you looking at your feet or you slouch your shoulders, and I feel like it starts when they're young, like that. Yes. And then people automatically pick the prey. Yep. Mm-hmm. And then it's a tag that when they get older, then people think they can still try them. And those usually is the ones that when they get older, you're going to have a problem because see that now they done been picked on because they haven't been taught how to stand up early. Mm-hmm. And so when they do get they courage up, it's misdirected, meaning they straight going to choppers. Yes. Like you're not finna play with me.
They ain't even doing 22s.
Right.
It's straight to a chopper and you looking at them.
But you gotta understand too, a lot of fathers, they give up on their kids
They
quick.
do.
It's like his age, he coach. He pays for his kids. He do Zoom with his kids. He mentors kids. He tutors his kids.
And it's based on, like you said.
Ask how many fathers come out to his practice.
I have
out of 20-something kids.
But the thing about it is, I found myself now becoming that father. Right. And like I tell them, I'm not your father where I'm going to be on you. I'm gonna be your father where I'm gonna give you life lessons.
Right.
I'm gonna show you these things. That's why we got a podcast called Becoming a Gentleman, where we showing them how to do the bow ties. We showing them what type of forks, what type of spoons.
Look at you.
So
come on, King.
And it's based on when I'm raising a young lady, I have to be real about myself. I had to change. You know, I couldn't be the same person because I don't want my daughter dealing with who I used to be.
Yeah, because that's going to be her. Right. All girls, your dad is your first love.
So she gonna
mimic what he was.
Correct.
When she looking for her spouse.
Right.
That's the reality.
And then you have to get into it yourself. I tell mental health is big, you know. Some of us men or women suffer from abandonment. So that's why most of our relationships, and our relationships don't work with people because we may be seeking certain things from people that we're not seeking from our father, or we're not getting from our mother.
Oh man, this is
this is what we talk about on our Zoom.
We could get into this.
We also, you know, mental health certified.
Right.
You know, we took the class and did all the stuff like the kids we deal with. I wasn't setting firm breaking today.
Yeah, see,
junior high school.
That's important.
I want to talk to the principal of the school.
The mental component, like, man, I commend y'all for that. Like, that's something that, and we've been getting a lot of that. Like, you guys are really like woke when it comes to I want to shout out all my brothers, my kings that's woke to the part that play, because we come from an era where that was taboo.
Yep.
One thing that our people is scared of is accountability.
Fact.
And acknowledging mental health.
Yep. Yes.
And those are the two most detrimental things that are our demise in the end, though. Mm-hmm. Because if the mental is not right, you're more susceptible to being a follower.
Correct.
You easy to, like you said, to seek validation in areas where it's toxic.
Yes.
It's so many layers to that, man. We could really, baby.
Yeah, you have to have them there,
with
right.
that.
Yeah, but you understand too, is like if people really be themselves, they'll get accepted.
Yeah.
A lot of people want to be somebody else or be like this person, are really scared to go this way because he's so worried about what he's gonna think.
But that's that mental part.
That's even with football. Like, you got the bad kids and the good kids. We tell you stay away from that kid. We know what you're doing at home.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then, like you said, it comes from the parents. Like I said, back to piggyback off what I said earlier, the parents too, man. Because you got a kid that's 13, 14, 15, they still in high school, junior high. You still got to go to their phone. You still got to talk to them.
Yes.
Don't just let them walk out your door.
Right.
Like how many kids have shootouts at schools, bullying gun school, knife school, suspended, expelled? Come on, parents, you gotta know something.
Well, some of the kids is getting the guns from the parent, and he don't even know it's missing. Because he got 10 other ones, so that he probably riding around with, and he don't even know that the son knew that he kept the Glock over here, and he don't really mess with that one that much because they're observant. They pay attention. He know which one. He probably know you go get the 45 every time you ride. He know you ain't thinking about the other one.
That happened a lot.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, because that's where they getting them from at 13 or 14 years old. I mean, every now and again they get them on the street, but come on, this ain't no movie. We know they ain't.
And we know they're going for a lot of money, right?
Yeah, we know they ain't just went to the corner and somebody sold them a gun out the trunk. This is not that.
You know how to get caught? Showing their friends.
Yeah.
I think that's what happens to get to the principal office.
Yeah, that's it.
Or no, they posting it on social media because they want to get validation.
Right now, this is the most killing Sacramento ever.
At most.
Ever. Ever.
I seen,
Every generation, it's the
just
worst
last
ever.
week, I was talking about on the radio, there was a game that they said it was going so well at Grant. Everybody, energy was great, and then a 20-year-old got killed in the parking lot.
Over some.
Over, yeah. I'm like, what in the world? And then they said that made 80, I think, killings, murders in Sacramento this year. That's a lot. They did say it's the highest.
Yeah, Sacramento, like
yeah, this is horrible. It's worse than the worst of the highest of the gang era. That's why I said this generation is different. They're more fearless. But it go by so fast when we having good dialogue. But we're gonna do this all over again. But we got time for me to tell everybody what you want them to take away from reading your book. What do you want them to gain from reading They Gon' Hate?
What the gain from it? My story was rough and big, but if I can change, you can change.
There you go.
But one thing you got to accept, man, you got to be you, man. You can't worry about your egos and prides, what your friend think, man. Go the other way.
That's
go
right.
Hang with who you want to. Go and have fun. Enjoy yourself. Don't worry about pumping gas at 5 in the morning because you can't pump it nowhere else.
Yeah.
You know, that's the message in the book. Like, I got along with every hood and their names are in here.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Just
I
like,
love you for that.
You know what I'm saying? Their names in there, like, I mean, I've been through it. Don't get too. I was one of them warriors and animals out here too. But you gotta grow. You gotta grow and mature. Your kids look at you like, man, my dad's still doing that.
Yeah. For real.
Yeah, he already missed graduation.
Yeah, I love you for it. That's real talk. Do you plan on writing another book?
I already got part 2.
Okay, well, you got to come back with that.
We actually going on a book tour.
I want the exclusive on part 2. Tell everybody how they can get in contact. Man, that went by so quick.
That's good.
That's
We
good.
rolling.
Look, yeah. Y'all, we're going to have him back on the show. I promise y'all. Y'all know when I tell y'all that, I'm going to keep that word. Tell everybody how they can get in contact with you on your social sites and where they can find the
You
book.
can go to Bliff McDowell, Facebook, and Bliff the Gift on Instagram. My book's on Amazon, and it's rolling. It's a true story, man. Like, you youngsters read this, y'all gonna love it. Even the grown-ups, because maybe you can message it down to your kids. Get along with everybody, man. Let's put them guns up, put the violence up. Let's get the streets back how they used to be.
Hello.
Education first.
That's it. What would you like for people? How do people get in contact with you?
Unity Management Group is my Instagram. Marquis Spencer is my Facebook. Just keep purchasing the book. Make sure you guys, we're going on a book tour to high schools to start talking to them. And also we're teaming up with, shout out to Team Charity. Miss Charity just dropped the album. We're going to team up with her to go to these local high schools and have her speak and Clifford speak.
Okay, that's what's up. Do you manage her as well?
No, I'm a part of her management team. Yes.
Okay, that's what's up. We know Charity. That's one.
Yes.
That's
that's my sister,
okay,
actually.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
Okay. So well, there it is, y'all. We bring y'all exclusives in here. Like I said, thank you all, man. We almost about to wrap season 1. I'm happy that I was able to get him in here for season 1. It's been a fun ride, you guys. And I just want to, before I wrap up, I did want to thank everybody that's been a part of the show. And I want to thank my production team. I mean, this has been my first run out the gate. I know if you're on my social sites, y'all know that I expressed that the other day, my gratitude for, it just kind of took on a life of its own. I didn't expect much, but it's growing, and that's thanks to you all and the producers that you guys don't see and the director that's sitting in there in the control room. Just, you know, they turning me into something serious out here, and I'm grateful for them for that. So until next time, you guys, make sure you guys tap in with Marquis and Clifford. Y'all might know him as Bliff. I know I seen a commercial he just did there. He said he dropped the Bliff and went with Clifford, but most of y'all gonna know him for that. So it is what it is. Make sure y'all get that book. They Gon' Hate on Amazon. And until next time, y'all reach back for those that are coming up behind you and pay homage to those who did it before you. It's free and you'll feel good about yourself. I promise you will. Thank you for rocking with the kid. Peace, one love. May God bless your hustle. And we out of here.
You tuned in. It's the First Lady point of view. First Lady point of view. You tuned in. It's the First Lady point of view. First Lady point of view. Culture, music, news, reviews. You tuned in. It's the First Lady point of view. You tuned in. First Lady point of view. It's the First Lady point of view. Tapped in, yeah, we always on time. First Lady Felicia K on the line. Wanna know what's poppin'? Tap in for the scoop on all the hot topics. The latest fashion, new music reviews. The hottest artists and exclusive interviews. You came to the right spot. First Lady on deck, keep it locked. Keep it locked. Keep it locked. Tuned in. It's the First Lady point of view. First Lady point of view. You tuned in. It's the First Lady point of view. First lady point of view. Culture, music, news, reviews. You tuned in. It's the first lady point of view.